Hello students, standard 6th. As you know that all the chapters of the physics and chemistry are completed, and we are doing the revision of different chapters so that you can again revise your knowledge and get more practice of the different type of questions. Today we are going to revise the chapter number 11, that is light, shadows and reflections. Now, as we know that around us we can see so many objects, like in your house you see your family members, the walls, your furniture, etc. When you go outside, you see the tall buildings, trees, colorful flowers, sky, different type of vehicles. When you go to the hill station, you can see the beautiful scenes, mountains and valleys, beautiful gardens, and so many other beautiful things. So now, how can we see these objects? Then the most probable answer will be with the eyes. Yes. Your answer is right, but not perfectly right. That we can see with the eyes, but what when there is no light? If you are in a dark room, lights, electricity is gone, sky is very dark, no moon there. In this situation, will you be able to see the things around? In this situation, you will see that if you close your eyes or if you keep it open, it doesn't make a difference. You have eyes, but you will not be able to see the things. It means that not only eyes, but the other main important thing is the light also. So we can see because of the light and then our eyes. So now it means that the light is very, very important in our life. Now, as we saw that in dark room we cannot see anything, but when you light a candle, then you can see the things around you. Why? Similarly, when you switch on a torch, the torch bulb glows and it gives light and the things are visible to us. So now it means that those things, objects like bulb, candle, etc., they emit their own light. So when an object emit their own light, they give their own light or they emit light. They are known as luminous objects. So, what do you mean by luminous objects and non-luminous objects? Give two examples of each. So, we talked about it that luminous objects mean those objects which emit their own light or give their own light. They are known as luminous objects. Candle, bulb of a torch. That are the artificial sources of light or luminous objects. They are artificial luminous objects. Our tube light also gives light when you switch it on. It is also an artificial luminous object, because the question will come here, natural and artificial. Which are the natural luminous objects? Early in the morning there is dark, but when the sun rises you get light. It means sun is also emitting its own light. Did we make the sun? No, it's a natural object. It means that sun is a natural luminous object. It emits its own light. So the sun is a natural luminous object. Which any other source or the objects is luminous and natural? That are the stars. All the stars that you see at night, they also emit their own light. And so, they are also the natural luminous objects. Non-luminous objects. Non-luminous objects means those who do not emit their own light. There are lots of examples you can give. Our walls, furniture, soil, so many other things. Trees, wood, etc. Now, what about the night time when the moon is in the sky and you get the light? Does it mean that moon is also a luminous object? But maybe you will give the answer yes, that in the night time, because of the moon, we have light. It means that moon is also a luminous object. But in real, moon is not a luminous object. But it reflects. We will learn more about reflections later. But let me tell you that when the light of sun falls on it, then it throws back, which is called reflection. So it just reflects the light. For example, if you take a mirror in front of sun and then you throw that light on somebody's eyes and you play with it like that, sometimes with your eye card also. So from the eye card, the light comes to the eyes. It means, is the eye card luminous object? No. What does it do? The sunlight falls on it and it just changing the direction. And therefore, it is not a luminous object. Similarly, moon is not a luminous object. It is a non-luminous object. So here there is another question also here, that is moon a luminous or non-luminous object? Why? I already explained you that moon does not emit its own light, but it reflects the sunlight which is falling on it, and therefore it seems like we are getting the light from the moon. So it seems to be the luminous object. Do you remember any luminous objects which is a living organism? A living organism that is also a luminous object. Generally, in rainy season, at night time you can see them around you. Especially in the villages also. In the big cities maybe you won't be able to see these creatures. I hope anybody can remember, but the name of that insect is firefly. ગુજરાતીમાં એને આગિયો કહેવાય. So maybe in the night time, rainy season, you will see that they are also emitting the light. So it is also a natural luminous object which is living. That's the only one thing which is the living. Other are all the not living, non-living. So it is also a natural luminous object. Firefly, agio. So now you understand about the luminous objects and non-luminous objects. So it means that we need light to see. Now, as I told you that we will learn more about the reflection. So the objects we can see by two ways. First thing is that the object itself is emitting its own light. Or when the light from these luminous objects falls on the other objects, and from there it is getting reflected and enters our eyes, then only we can see the objects. Can you see the objects that are the behind the wall in front of you? There is a wall in front of you, and behind the wall also there are some objects. Your neighbors are there. Can you see from here? No. Why? There is light there also, in their houses also. But light from there reflecting but not entering our eyes. So from the object, the light must reflect and come to our eyes. It must enter in our eyes, and then only we are able to see the objects. Now we have to talk about objects on the basis of passing of light through them. The objects are classified as three main categories. There are the transparent objects, translucent objects, and opaque objects. So now take a piece of cardboard and hold in front of your eyes. Tell somebody to stand on the other side and try to see that person, or if nobody is available, try to see the objects around you like the trees or the building. Will you be able to see that? No. Take a piece of glass, plain glass, not mirror, glass, plain glass, from which you make the windows, or some people have that, like in the offices, the doors are also made up of the glass. And then through the glass, try to see the objects around you and note your observation. Will you be able to see them or not? Then another thing, take the butter paper or the tracing paper that you use in the drawing. If it is not available, take a paper from your notebook and put some oil on it and rub it. Then try to see the objects from that thing. You will be able to note that from some of the materials you can see through. In some of the materials you won't be able to see through. But some materials will be like that. You can see through them but not clearly. It will be little blur or not perfectly you will be able to see them. So according to that, transparent objects means those objects from which the light totally can pass through. So we can see the objects clearly through it. For example, that piece of glass. If you take a glass, through it, you will be able to see everything clearly because it is a transparent object which allows the light to pass completely through it. Which are the other transparent objects? One is around you, our air. If air is not transparent, you won't be able to see each other. So the air around it is there, but we cannot see it. It is totally transparent. Similarly, if the very, very clean water, then if it is clean water and if you put anything in that water, you will be able to see what is thrown in the bottom. So, very clear water, or air, glass, etc. are the transparent objects. But the wood, cardboard, plastic from which the chairs and tables are made, metals like steel, etc. They don't allow to light pass through them. So they are known as opaque objects because they don't allow the light to pass through them, and therefore we cannot see through them. Now in between, I talked about that oily paper or that butter paper, tracing paper, etc. Or some windows has the tinted glasses, not the clear glasses. If you try to look through them, you will be able to see the objects but not very clearly because it allows the light to pass through them partially. Not the all light passing through, but the only few parts of it can pass through it. And therefore, it is known as translucent objects. So those are the transparent, translucent and opaque objects, and you can write down the examples of each. What is the shape of path of propagation of light? We know that generally, if you have observed sometime, like if your window is little open and the ray of light is entering, what is the shape, it is a straight line. So it is a straight line. So when it is coming, if you put any objects like opaque objects, then what will you see other side? You see the shadow. Means that part behind that object will be dark. Means that area will be obstructed by that opaque. So when an opaque substance comes in the way, then the shadow of that object is created on the screen. So transparent and translucent can get shadow, but transparent does not create a shadow because light is passing through it. But translucent gives shadow, but it is not so dark. But the opaque substance gives the dark shadow. Now, from the shadow we can get the idea of the shape of the object. But not always, sometimes it can mislead also. And to create a shadow, three things are required. That is the source of light, an opaque substance, and a screen behind. If there is no screen, you won't be able to see the shadow. So these three things are required to get a shadow. And you see that shadow is always black. We will talk more about the shadow in the next session. Here we are going to finish the session. Will be followed by PDF. You will write down the answers on your own. And if any confusion, there is comment section. Thank you very much.